Hello, and welcome to another episode of Third Action. I am your definitely not muted this time host, Jason, and these are the same three doppelgangers that were here last week. In the bottom left, we've got... That's not spoilers, it's doppelgangers.
We don't even know who they are yet.
Yeah, but doppelganger literally just means a copy of another person. Anyway, in the bottom left, we have Charlotte playing Azure Ford, Human Ranger.
It's me, or is it? Oh,
Ooh, spooky.
In the bottom middle, we've got Greshy Ironroot played by Will.
Ah, Slanta.
Slanta? What? And in the bottom right, we have Gunn, Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
oh no.
Oh no, you're too quiet.
Is he quiet? He hasn't said anything.
It was muted.
I think it picks
No,
up later.
if I'm too quiet, then I'm definitely not muted, so...
Okay, well, either way, didn't hear what you said, so we're all gonna have a fun time today.
Oh boy.
Yay, technology. In any event, hello, my friends. How are you guys doing?
Peachy King?
I was like, me or the
Just
chat?
you. Specifically.
Chat.
Oh,
How are you doing,
guys?
Charlotte?
I'm tired.
You doing? You tired? Did you have a nap?
I tried to have a nap, and then I realized I hate naps, so... and to actually take a nap.
I had a nap, but it made me angry.
Well, now I feel terrible when I wake up from naps. You get that? You get all... Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I do for like
yeah.
the 15 minutes power nap. It's just 15 minutes where you just kind of let yourself doze, but then you wake up. Kind of helps.
I did.
I try, but it doesn't work. I just end up sleeping all day.
Yes,
But in any case... last time on Third Action, the party, consecrated and flipped Foxglove Manor, turning it
That's one way to flip a
into Sandpoint's hottest new destination. But for reals, you did manage to consecrate the house, removing the remnants of Vorel Foxglove's lich impurities from the place and setting all the souls there to rest. You then made your way south to the city of Magnamar, city of monuments, where you did a little bit of trading in of some items that you had procured, found a spot to bed for the week, or for a couple days at least, and began your investigation into the faces behind the face, the brothers, who seem to be financing or supporting Aldern Foxglove. As part of this investigation, you decided to check out Aldern's townhouse, with which you happen to have a key. You unlocked the door and stepped foot inside, creaking the floorboards along the way, and someone upstairs heard you, and it turned out to be the very familiar face of Aisha Foxglove. Let's go and get you guys here on the display. She called upstairs to her husband, Aldern, who came rushing down, and that is where we left off last time. So, Aldern comes running down the steps, and he locks eyes with all of you. Sorry, I didn't hear you knocking. Or you're here.
Yeah, you gave us a key. You told us to come by whenever we were in town.
Oh,
Technically true.
I did? I don't remember. You haven't met my wife, have you?
Not
Right.
exactly, no. Don't think so.
Your wife. Someone else give him fake details about the time we met, because I can't.
Well, please come in. Come. Why don't we sit down? You came all the way from Sandpoint, right? You must be very tired.
It was a bit of a trek to get here. Lots of things along the way that we had to deal with. I'm not good at lying.
I
do you
won't
want
be
from
doing
me?
any sitting in this house.
Come, please, just... Aisha, why don't you get something ready for them to eat?
You remember my dog Phelan?
Shuffle by this plant.
Phelan comes forward.
Yes, I can get something for him as well. Aisha,
Fake
please,
name. Give him a
gather
fake
something.
Well, that
Yes,
probably wouldn't tell you much of anything.
Do you remember my dog Dalen?
He turns and looks at you. So, Dalen? I didn't think that was its name, but yes, I do remember him. He was quite sweet. You helped me with my poor dog Amelie. And he bends down to try and pet Phelan.
Amelie.
Would Phelan recognize his scent?
Can you speak to Phelan?
No, but Phelan might react a certain way if he recognized the scent of somebody he had met before versus somebody he hasn't met before.
So Phelan just kind of cautiously sniffs at Aldrin's hand as he kneels down. You can see Aisha in the back kind of moving between rooms to start to set the table.
I would like to close the door behind me and
Oh.
then lock it.
Don't lock me in here.
Please, come in.
So, why are all your windows all boarded up?
Oh, the windows. It was a nasty mess. We had burglars came by a few weeks ago and broke a lot of the windows. We had to... The whole place has been a mess, you see.
Is that why you were planning to move to your other house?
He looks at you curiously. My other house?
Oh, your other, what's it called? Your manor? Don't you have that fancy place up north someplace? Can't remember what it's called. Thought it was just your manor.
Oh, the Foxglove Banner? No, I've given up on that place. It's a bit too much of a fixer-upper. I was planning on selling it. Come on, why don't you guys come sit down for food? Maybe we can talk and catch up. I haven't seen you all since that, what was it, the boar hunt? And he takes a seat at the other end of the table.
Okay, like I said, close the door and lock it.
Okay.
You're locking us in here.
You're not locked in here with me. I'm locked in here with you.
That's what's
Wait.
happened. Yes, you go first. I will not be going first.
You know,
the only-
I can't
My friends, you
start
all
to
look
speak
so-
to animals.
You all look so suspicious of me. What's going on? Is something
no,
amiss?
the only thing I was gonna do was come over and shake his hand and hit him with a lay on hands and see if anything happens. Like if it hurts him.
Sure. So you...
Then he becomes
So
stronger.
I will use a point.
Wait, what exactly are you doing? He's currently sitting right now at the table.
He ran in and sat at the table before we could.
No, well, am I getting cut off
Yeah,
again?
I guess he kind of did. Yeah, I'll just walk over and be like, I'll come in and I'll take a seat at the table and I'll just hold my hand out and say like, "Oh, it is good to see you."
Oh, it's good to see you as well. And he takes your hand readily and shakes it.
And I'll release some energy, which is good energy, and it should make him feel better unless he is undead.
can I see the ability just in case?
Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a. Whoops. It might or might not.
Okay, it damages undead creatures. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you reach out and shake his hand as you sit. He takes it kind of curiously. He's like doesn't understand exactly what's going on or what's with all of your cagey manners and expressions. But he takes your hand, shakes it. It feels a tingle of holy energy kind of run through him. And what was that? Are all your handshakes that tingly?
Say yes. Well, no, I can't say that. I literally can't say that. Say no. I just wanted to express my happiness at seeing you again.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you. Please, we must catch up. I haven't seen you in some time. You all, why are you standing there? Come sit.
I'm not used to these wealthy accommodations. And she's just looking all over the place.
Nobody ever said I had good manners. I'll come in.
I was be over here. I don't like this.
Asher just kind of stands awkwardly in the back.
Yeah, like kind of like half behind the door. Like, he looks. He peers over between them.
Okay, so with Asher standing awkwardly, Greshy and Gunn seated, and Phelan sniffing cautiously at Aldern, he just smiles and, please, it's been some time. I don't think we've seen each other for weeks now, hasn't it? Perhaps you could tell me of your adventures?
Should we tell him about
Well,
adventures?
You're all much quieter than you were last time I saw you, I think.
we can tell him, I suppose, about fighting goblins.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
Gar, if you want to lead off there, Gunn, we can talk about the goblins.
Yes, since you left, we've been helping to defend Sandpoint. And, God, I'm having to toe the line here. There were quite a lot of goblins still in the area after the festival. We found some caves, collected a good bit of gold from the area, from the. Of course, I have to make a diplomacy check to say this with a straight face, even though.
While you're like awkwardly telling this story and trying to figure out exactly what you.
But my character is not necessarily awkward if he makes his diplomacy checks, right? I personally am
It just comes
awkward.
out smooth as silk.
Sure. I'll allow you to make a diplomacy check.
What if it's awful?
Well, then
then
he
I
just
have-
comes out
Well, then I
smooth
have
as
glad hand for that.
corduroy.
Oop, a 19.
That's nice.
Okay, you kind of give a. Sorry, what?
We killed some goblins. We defended Sandpoint. We explored some caves and found a bunch of gold.
Okay. So while you're telling the story, he seems genuinely interested. He's just kind of sitting there at rapt attention. And Aisha comes in with a plate of sliced meats and cheeses that she'd been cutting up in the kitchen just behind her. She lays it out on the table for you all. And steps back a bit to sort of continue listening to your story. And she
You never
turns
told us
and
you were married, Aldern.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm very shy about it, you see, and my wife's been on vacation till recently. She only just got back.
Oh, vacation where?
I've been in Corvosa to see my family. It's
Oh, Corvosa. I never made it that far. How was it there? Didn't you grow up there?
no, my family they move around a lot, you see.
Oh, do they now?
Perception? From anybody who wants to make it.
I will make a perception roll with a 31.
Okay. As you're like interrogating her, you watch as she kind of slips the bread knife off of the table and around her back. And just as she's about to thrust it towards you, you can all get up and roll some initiative.
Can I use it as my initiative roll, or should I roll again?
Yes, you can use that as your
Preparing
initiative.
to make an excuse
Okay.
not to eat the
So let me
food.
fake this roll here and make that actually 31.
18.
17.
I guess that kind of
Probably.
makes sense.
Probably failed to select myself.
That's what it looks
Sure,
like.
I can add you to the initiative and then set your number that way. 17.
Let's see. Close
Okay.
quarters. Fireball sounds like a good plan.
Good luck.
Just drop it right at my feet. We're burning everything down.
Okay, well, Greshy, you are the first person to spot something amiss. She's grabbed this large knife and is making motion like she's gonna try and stab you.
All right. Well, let's do something fun here. Just a moment. And we're going to... Well, first, you know what, we'll whistle for Phelan and just mutter, "Get him!" And Phelan's going to go after Mr. Aldern, who doesn't seem to be Mr. Aldern. And he'll take a bite. Strike one. That's a 25 to hit Aldern.
Yeah, he jumps as Phelan bites out at him. Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's get some damage in here. Good boy, Phelan. That's 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing. Okay.
And then he'll go ahead and just go for another, well, will he though? You know what? Can he do his advanced? I don't think he can do his advanced yet. I think that was the next level. So, he'll go for a second bite. That's only a 16 to hit.
That does not hit as Aldern yelps and backs away up from the table. Ah!
Maybe we won't. And maybe we won't be going for anything quite so fancy as a fireball, but instead Greshy will start casting some magic and appearing at the feet of whoever this Aisha lady is, and quickly expanding into a pretty good-sized orb, is a flaming sphere. I need her to make a DC 22 reflex save.
Okay. Ooh, that is not a success. Is that a... That is a 16.
So that is the failure. She takes 12 damage. And there's now an orb just hanging out right where she's at.
Okay, so yeah, 12 points of fire damage. And I'll give you your flaming sphere. Where'd my
More
flames
orbs.
go? Do flame sphere.
If we're gonna be flipping houses, Ido, we got to, have something to flip. So
Oh. The sphere. The sphere's here.
Sphere's here.
Hail the sphere.
Spheres appear.
Okay, I'm gonna make the sphere kind of small so that I can like see and grab stuff
I
behind
suppose
it.
that's fine.
Okay, so you conjure a massive flaming sphere in this small wooden building, and she screams as the sphere burns her flesh. As she recoils in pain, as a free action, she's going to revert form. Turning into this.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that's unpleasant looking.
Hey, I
So-
no longer feel so bad.
her skin and clothes all kind of like peel away as what's left behind is just this raw red flesh, like somebody's been completely flayed from top to bottom. Her arms and hands extend to give her like long claw-like nails on each finger. Her face becomes just this kind of mush of flesh. There's barely a mouth to speak of. It's just kind of flaps of icky blood, and two gaping holes where eyes should be. And let me go ahead and put that in.
Ah, thank God.
I was worried we were just randomly murdering people.
Yeah, I was like,
Now-
oh my god, there's a small chance that this is a real person.
But now we've got reassurance that we're just murdering blobs of flesh. It's fine.
Oh,
I
Greshy,
messed
how
up her
did you
health. How much
know?
damage did you do? You did 12 before. Okay,
A 12 damage.
thank you. Okay, so that was a free action, is to revert. But as she does so, you watch her muscles are just like pulsing, and she is going to make a strike at Greshy
Oh, boy.
with her claw. Ooh. That is 21 to
I
hit.
was thinking like,
21 does not hit.
Sorry, 23 actually.
That hits exactly.
Excellent. Because she reverted form, she has this cool initial bonus to her attack rolls.
I mean, here I was thinking, well, they remember everything, so maybe they like cloned Aldern, or
Hmm.
maybe this is the real Aldern, and then they were using a fake Aldern just to get access to the house.
It was hard to say. He did seem familiar, but then he started making up stories about Corvosa.
Okay, so 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, sorry, slashing damage as
Slashing
her
damage?
claws
Alright.
rake across you. And I need to remember how grab works real quick. Sorry. I think it. I normally have it quickly available, but it is missing. There we go. Nope. Grab. There we go. If it is successful, then they can do the grab action. So, second action she will use to grab Greshy.
Auto success, or do I?
Yes, that is auto success since she actually struck you. You are automatically grabbed until the end of the monster's next turn. And she can extend it on her turn. Okay. But she will first, yeah, so she strikes claws into you, digs the claws in deep into your arm, holding you in place, and then uses her other hand to claw at you again. Correct. Yes. That is not great. That is a 14 to hit.
Does
On
not
the third
hit.
hit. Okay. Because she
I
ended
did
her
not
turn
want to be cozy.
in that square, she needs to do a reflex save, right, to avoid the.
No, not until my.
Oh,
turn.
it's on your turn. On your turn. Got it.
I
Okay. Aldern's turn. He is also going to. He's going to leap back and revert form as well.
They're disappearing from initiative order, by the way.
I know. I'm going to add him back
Okay.
in. Whoop. This is what happens when I forget to set them up properly. Layer, token layer. And he already got hit for that much damage. Okay. Let me put them back in.
Oh wait, I'm failing.
Alright. So yes, Aldern yelps and leaps back, reverting form into this strange, fleshy humanoid. And he's going to... Yeah, he's going to slash at Phelan. That's a natural 1.
I think
Slash
that misses.
again. For a... That's an 18 to hit on the second attack.
Does not hit.
Okay, and third attack... not any better than that. No, that's a 16.
I
Okay.
would like to glance at his arms and see if it looks burned.
Whose
Hand
arms?
shook him.
Oh, no, it does not appear to be the case.
Okay.
Just looks like weird flesh.
Okay.
Asher. And
My
then Gunn.
turn. Yay. I'm gonna hunt prey. The on fire flaming ball attacking Greshy.
The ball itself.
Mass. I'm gonna attack the ball. I don't like fire, and it shan't be here anymore.
Don't like fire, don't like water.
And then from here, I'm going to quick draw and shoot my crossbow.
Okay, so
The
you...
doors. I assume the doors are still open since I was looking in.
Yeah, the doors are still open. Nobody's
Okay.
closed that door.
So I'm gonna try that. Pew with a 31.
31 will hit, and that is a critical.
Yay! Yay! Go
There
team.
you go.
All right, so let me do this quick math. Let's see. 2,
16
10,
plus.
20 plus 4, 24.
Okay, 24 points of piercing damage as you strike Aisha's fleshy form in the back. She retches in pain, but she's still standing.
And I'm going to step and reload at the same time, since I think I can do that now. Let me double
You have
check.
running reload? Yep.
I do.
Okay, so you...
And that will be my... Oops.
Right, you kind of sidestep across to the other door frame, reloading your crossbow. Gunn, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to draw my sword, which was sheathed in a polite home,
Okay.
and then I will use it to attack the creature that's here on fighting Phelan.
Okay. So you kind of draw and stand in one quick motion, sweeping.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
I will poke. I'll do piercing damage.
Okay.
That's my option.
It's a good thing to note, yes.
1d6 of. So it's 12 piercing and 4 good damage.
Okay, 12 piercing and 4 good. As you draw and stab into the creature. The 4 good comes from what exactly?
The blade is. Let's see. My blade ally adds. Unless I change it, it adds the property of disrupting.
I think that only works on undead.
Does it? I thought it was just good damage.
No, it does positive damage. It does 1d6 positive
Positive
damage to undead. So,
Okay, my bad.
Good to know.
the
not bad
searing
for an
light
undead
of
thing.
positive energy doesn't seem to do anything to it.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
that was...
Don't have to roll that again, at least. So that worked nicely, so I'll do it again. I'll pull it out, and if there's enough room to slash in here, I'll go for a slash as well.
Okay, yeah, the stab looked like it worked pretty well, and then you pull, draw back and swing.
And we have a 23.
A 23 will hit. Roll damage.
So we'll add another 12 slashing damage to that.
Okay, another 12 slashing damage cuts across him hard. He reels in pain. Round 2, Greshy.
Alright, I don't like being grabbed by this thing. And let me double check what grabbing does. That is a status or condition. If I do a manipulate action, I must succeed a DC 5 flat check. I'm flat-footed and I'm immobilized. Good to know that I'm flat-footed. Did not realize that. Didn't make a difference, mind, but...
So yeah, she's currently got you grappled with one hand.
Well, I will spend an action to sustain my current spell. And then I will spend another action to try and slip the grapple, which I believe I can
Also,
do
when you sustain, she needs to do the reflex save, right?
Yes, she will need to do a reflex save.
Okay.
To sustain.
So you cause the ball to roll, and
I don't have to move it, but I do kind of move it about in the sphere to try and...
Yeah,
in
it
the
kind
square
of
to try and hit
moves
her.
in the space and wraps her leg again, I guess. That is a 19 this time on the reflex save.
Still fails. DC 22.
Oh, it still fails. Oh, okay. So she takes how much damage?
She will take... what is it? 3d6? She will take 10 points of fire damage.
Okay, 10 points of fire damage.
Will for no reason. And then, yes, Greshy will attempt to slip the grapple with an acrobatics against her athletics DC.
Yes, correct.
I know things sometimes. That's a 28 total.
Okay, the 28 beats her 22. You slip from her grasp.
Don't do that again, lady. And take him down, Phelan. And Phelan will go for a chomp. That's a 17 to hit. That's a nice
17
crit roll.
does not hit. He puts the chair between him and Phelan. And Phelan just
Go for
bites
it.
at the chair.
Go for it again. That's only an 18 to hit.
Okay, 18 will not hit. The chair is still stuck between the two of them.
He's gonna munch that chair to death, though. I swear.
Their turn. What are they gonna do?
You wanna come get me? Come and get me.
Aldern opens the back door leading out into the yard with his first action. Strikes at Phelan with his second action. That is a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
It does hit, okay. And this is this. 13 points of slashing damage
All right.
as he claws at Phelan.
Let's regret that.
Ooh.
Brett hurting
Um,
the dog.
Okay, you shout at the creature. It will not undo the attack, but it shall be enfeebled.
So what's it reduced by now?
-2 to his. Forget if it's offense or defense. I always forget. I think it's offense.
How much does it
is-
reduce the damage?
Hit and damage, possibly.
So I
I'll
guess
look at
-2.
enfeebled again. Yeah, it's a -2.
All right, -2, so 11 damage then.
Yep. And with that, he's
Sorry. The enfeebled doesn't affect this attack. The damage reduction,
yeah. That's what I was asking for. Okay.
sorry, is it's going to be more than that now. I need to take a quick look at it.
Okay, figure that out, and he's going to run out the room.
Oh, he doesn't want to grab Phelan and go running with him.
Whoops.
2
That's
plus
bad.
your level,
There.
so it's going to reduce it by 8.
It's pretty
Okay,
good.
so it was 13, so instead take 5.
5. Thank you,
The
Gunn.
other one is going to. She's going to hiss and attack. Yeah, she's going to attack Greshy. Natural 20. There we go.
Oh,
Womp,
that's
womp,
gonna hurt.
womp. So roll that. That is that plus that. That is 37 points of slashing damage. As she hits you with the claw right in the chest. She will use her second action to grab you and third action to strike again. This time you're flat-footed.
I am. So that's another natural
Don't
20.
laugh, Jason.
It's
No
another natural
laughing.
20.
God damn it.
All right. So Greshy's
So-
down probably.
Another of this, and she has sneak attack, which adds another one of these, which, okay. It's a lot. Oh, that
I'm
was
just gonna zero this out.
It is a lot of ones. It's that plus that. 39 points of slashing damage.
Yep, Greshy's down.
Out, down.
Greshy.
I guess it doesn't
Okay.
matter. You go to 0.
And as you, so she slashes at Greshy, rakes across his chest, grips him hard, and then uses her other claw to slash across his face, knocking him out. He falls to the ground. Him and the chair kind of topple over. He's now on the ground, bleeding out. And the flaming sphere dissipates as Greshy loses concentration. Asher.
I don't have flanking, do I? Since
Not
he's
anymore.
down-
No,
No.
it requires a
Yeah.
conscious ally.
Greshy. Phelan, quick, come here.
It also doesn't work on range, does it?
It does
she
not work
could've
on
pulled
range.
her- Asher
But
could have
yeah,
pulled his
he-
axe.
Yeah.
I could have whipped out. Now I'm just gonna go punching,
Could have just whipped it out in the house as well. You and Gunn whipping things out here.
whipping it back and forth. Well that's not good. How hurt does this critter look?
Well, I mean, it's a big old mound of fleshy humanoid. It's bleeding pretty profusely, but it looks pretty hurt. Yeah.
Okay. For what it is. Okay. It's like I squint at it like, is it hurt? All right,
There's some
well,
blood. There's some blood dripping on the ground.
Since I can't do any healing, let me think. Can I stand in the square of someone who's down?
You can, yes.
Okay. I can. Do I have to do like a roll if I'm gonna go through her space? Wait, can
Yes.
I
if
run
you,
around the table?
you could jump
I
over the
can't.
table. So you could move
I
into
can run around
position
the
and then
table.
jump. Oh yeah, you could run all the way around the table. Yes.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna stay here actually because if she tries to run,
I would
probably
say
better.
that going over or under the table probably just counts as like difficult terrain. So
I mean, this is a pretty cramped space. I would say that would like actually be another action or something to do.
okay.
I think I'll stay here because if she tries to run, then at least this is all here. And I'm going to try and shoot her.
Okay. Taking the point blank shot.
Pew, with a 29.
The 29 will hit.
Hooray. Oh, nope, ignore that. That is not what I meant to do. Alright. See, a 9 plus 6, 15, 16, 17.
17
damage.
points of damage. You shoot her right in the heart. She collapses to the ground,
Yeah, get out of here. Okay, uh-oh.
hissing a fleshy hiss.
Ooh. So, I can't heal anyone, so I'm just gonna go move 5, 10, 15.
So Asher goes running out the back to try and give chase to
And
this
so
other
I have
creature.
a question, which is
Yeah.
Striding, is that moving your whole movement? Is that just what I've done here?
Yes, yes, that is a stride.
Okay. So I'm gonna reload as I do that.
Okay. You do a running reload.
Oops. I'm just making sure I'm doing it correctly since the
Yes.
first time I've used it.
Yeah, stride is just what they call the move your speed action.
Okay, cool. Because I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like, I think that's what it is. And I'm gonna try and shoot the second guy over here.
Okay.
with my
Having
second-
reloaded your crossbow, you take aim and fire at the guy who's running across the yard.
for a 25.
25 will hit. Roll damage.
Right? And I don't have hunt prey anymore, so we'll do that.
Correct.
So it's a 12 with my +2.
Okay, 12 points of piercing damage. You shoot the Aldern copy in the back. He stumbles and staggers a bit, but he's still continuing to run. Gunn.
I'm going to reach under the table, grab onto Greshy's shoulder, and charge him with some positive energy.
Okay.
Lay on hands will give him back 18 hit points.
Okay, so that's your second use of lay on hands.
It is. And then I'm going to...
Greshy, your eyes flicker open, and you can see this fleshy creature right there beside you. This Gunn.
Is diagonal considered adjacent in this game? I want to say.
Yes, it is.
Not I can move up, but...
It is. It is.
Okay. I'll catch up to him and I will take a slash, a swing with my sword.
Okay.
To try and finish him off. The 19.
19 isn't quite enough to hit. You dash up behind, but the sort of awkward running slash you went for
Is that
just
a door
barely
right
misses.
in front of him?
There is a door right in front of him.
That
Yes.
He's making for?
Yes.
Do we have hero points?
Yes. You each have 1 hero point right now.
I'll use my 1 to re-roll that.
Okay.
And get a natural 20.
That was a good use of a hero point.
Oh my
roll.
God.
Go ahead and roll double damage.
Well, hero points, you have to use the second result, whatever it is. In this case,
For 23 points of slashing damage.
Okay, you run out out the kitchen, through the yard, to chase behind this Aldern who's running away, and you take a swing, and just at the right moment, you have this kind of divine flash that your grip is wrong, and you twist your hand and swing a little bit lower, striking at him just as he's beginning to duck the blow. It slashes across his back. He collapses to the ground in a bloody heap. And combat is over.
Did it.
that was unpleasant.
Like it
Oh.
would be worthwhile to prevent them from being able to tell the brothers that we are investigating.
Yeah, sure.
Of course,
Or
if they were our
crashing.
only lead, then it might have been a better move to try to follow them, except that probably would lose them pretty fast since they're shape changers.
And I'm slow. Hang on.
How you feeling, Greshy?
That hurts
Greshy's
so
laying
much.
Down.
Oh gosh.
Let's
I'll
rush
sit
back
up
in
and.
pick Greshy up. Bring a chair around.
All right, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just need a drink or something. Gosh. All right. Good job killing him, I guess. It's just the two of them, aye?
Unless there's more upstairs. or
Unless
in
one of
the
them's
rooms.
disguised as a chair.
Unless one of us.
The chair that you just sat me on.
Probably not.
All
I
right.
don't know if they can be chairs. Can they be chairs?
I mean, chairs are almost human shaped. if you
What
think
do I
about it.
know about doppelgangers?
What do any of us know?
What might I know?
Occultism check?
Oh, it would be occultism.
Ooh, I can do that. I'll consider what they are.
I will also consider what they are, and I will do much worse.
28. Oh shit!
I got a natural 20, but I'm untrained. But I have clever improviser, so it's 24 total.
Okay. So that 24 will be a critical success, and the 28 honestly may also be a critical success. Let me see.
Yeah.
These
So-
are considered that.
So Asher and Greshy in unison say whatever
Doppelganger.
Well, no, you
Doppelganger.
both look at these are no doppelgangers.
Uh-oh.
These are faceless stalkers.
Faceless stalkers.
What is that?
They're,
Also
they're ones
known
without faces
as-
and stalk.
Yes, also known as Ugothols. They are creations of the Aboleths, weird otherworldly alien creatures. They basically use their weird shape-shifting abilities to infiltrate settlements, assassinate key targets. They're they're weird creatures from another world, or like from beyond some strange plane, and nobody really knows why they're here or what they do exactly. But they seem to work for mysterious forces. But yes, they are able to change their shape at will, basically, into any other kind of humanoid target. And they're very hard to detect.
Okay. So we have to break all the chairs in the house, unfortunately.
The chick.
Humanoid. Gun.
Chairs
Humanoid.
are roughly
They're
humanoid.
These are like little people, and I must
With
break
long
they're
them.
heads.
they're literally shaped in a way where the arms are actual arms, and if you go to the back of the chair, it comes out to a head,
It's like a
and
face.
it's carved in a face, and then the actual legs are legs, and then I don't know what the back legs are. Maybe a tail of some sort. We're not breaking all the chairs. We don't need to. Well, if you two want to explore a bit, I'm gonna bandage myself up. Give myself 10 minutes.
Right,
You
I'm
two
gonna-
look like you're pretty good for the wear, so.
They were
I'm
very
probably gonna
convincing.
go out and look at this one on the ground and see what's up with it.
I'll do a perimeter sweep.
Okay. Asher goes out into the yard to look at this creature's dead body. The flesh is just kind of lying there, blood seeping out into the soil. If you didn't know better, you'd say that the skin itself was almost boiling and like dissolving. Or not the skin, but the flesh, the muscle. There doesn't seem to have anything on it or on its person. It's just a weird fleshy thing.
It just is what it is. That's okay. We can't all be beautiful. I'm not particularly beautiful either.
You're beautiful enough for Aldern at some point.
That's true. He was a ghost. What's
Yeah,
out
his-
here anyway?
His tastes were not what I'd use as my barometer.
Yeah, Gunn is like doing a sweep around the perimeter. There's a kind of head height stone fence around the backyard. In the northeast corner over here, there is what looks like a small kind of shed attached to the building.
Are there any neighboring buildings that could have been looking down on the murder that just happened? The killing?
Yes, there are plenty of other houses nearby. You can look up and around if
I'll
you wish.
Look into the other windows and see if there's anybody like peeking down.
Okay, what's your perception modifier?
It's I think 10.
Okay. Okay, you scan the other windows around, and it doesn't look like anybody's home in any of the windows that you see. Most
Okay.
of them have their curtains drawn. The ones that are open don't seem to have anybody currently standing or looking at them.
I suggest we drag this guy back into the house or into possibly a corner behind one of these bushes and kick some dirt over the blood so that we can, if the neighbors look out, they don't,
See a pile of boiling flesh in the
Easier
yard.
to flip the house that way.
We should move him in.
bring the property values down.
We
No
can
way.
kick him into that bush.
HOA is going to be all over this.
Oh, they're already all over it. You see the windows out front? You probably got piles of fines already.
Should check the mailbox.
Are
And
you-
also, if these are doors in the wall, let's make sure all those are latched.
Yeah, so there's one door on the north side, on the stone wall that just leads out. That's just the backyard door outside to the kind of alleyway. This door here that Gunn is standing in front of on the west side, northwest side, is a door into the shed.
Okay.
I'll try and drag the body into this bush. Like Gunn's
Sure.
instructions.
It's like a tree. You drag the body underneath a tree in the corner of the yard.
I'm gonna
Is it
attempt
enough
to
to well
cover
hidden?
it with dirt.
Yeah, it's pretty well hidden, and then Asher starts covering it up with some dirt.
Phelan goes to help.
Like that.
Yay! Kick the dirt on it, Phelan. He starts to undig what I'm doing. He's like,
It's
"Oh,
what
yay, a game!"
Are we digging? We're digging. Let's go dig.
No,
Yeah,
Phelan, turn it around.
It takes a little while to get Phelan to do the right thing, but the two of you working together are able to cover up the dead body.
What does that door at the south end of the
The
side?
door. So there's another door to the south, around the building that looks like it leads just into another, like an annex room of the main house.
Okay. Then let's try the shed first.
Okay.
The shed seems shady, like
The
a
shady shed.
good place to put some shady stuff.
Sure. Gunn opens
Where
the
you hide
door
all
to
the
the
bodies?
shed. It creaks open. Inside are dust and spiders, as well as several large crates of looks like. Well, they've all got various labels on them, like kitchen and bathroom and wardrobe and that sort of thing. But when you go over to open them, they each one seems to be empty except for like a few small random items like a whisk and a few old pairs of nobleman's pants that have holes in them.
Well, I'll definitely claim those. Writing whisk on my character sheet.
Sure, if you
And
want to
I'll-
whisk.
And then I'll kind of kick the crates into a corner and poke my head out and say, Asher, like, actually, we probably should dump them in here.
Just covered him in dirt. I'm like covered in dirt. I'm like, okay, here we go.
And now Phelan actually is confused as all hell because he just got
Yeah.
turned around into actually helping bury instead of unbury. And now
Like,
you're
alright.
unburying the burying.
I'm like, Phelan, we gotta bring him over here. Let's do it.
Let's,
Ooh.
I'm
and
just
then I'll
dragging.
go inside and I'll grab the other one from Greshy. See how Greshy's doing.
I'm just dragging the body with me.
Alright,
You
and I did roll a
drag
medicine
the
check.
body across the yard.
Roll a medicine
Like,
check. I got to 29, healed 13 hit points.
Okay.
So feeling a little better.
Yeah.
Not quite as wounded.
I toss it in.
I'm glad you're looking better. Keep resting.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take this fella out to the shed.
I'll look around in here, but if you want to deal with
Give him
ugh.
a thrashing
that thing.
behind the shed.
Okay.
Your body.
Gunn is in turn dragging the other body outside into the backyard over to the shed.
Carrying.
Carrying? Okay, fine. And you two
Oh, I'm
keep the
sorry.
body
He's
over.
much stronger than me.
He's bringing out the gun show, don't you know?
I'm just like, ooh, impressive.
Gotta do.
Well, it's like drag marks all over the yard.
So Greshy, you make your way into what appears to be some kind of like sitting room. There's two chairs, like love seats, one red, one green. Two shelves. They look like they should have had books on them, but there's just dust where books would have been. Looks like they've been just cleaned out.
Whole place, there's no papers or nothing.
No, you go scanning the each of the bookshelves, wiping them down. There's a couple of pieces of scattered paper, and one small book that looks like a travel pamphlet for Sandpoint.
Welcome to Glorious Sandpoint. All right. Don't really need that. We've been there. Doesn't look particularly interested in here. Well, wait for the others and then go explore the rest of the house.
Here I come.
Okay, Asher
Oh,
and Phelan
Greshy.
make their way back into the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna look around at the yard and see if the blood is super obvious. I'm gonna try and turn over the dirt to cover up.
Okay. Yeah, there's some spots where the blood's a little bit more obvious. It doesn't take long to just walk over and use your foot to smooth over the dirt or kick some stones on top of big blood patches. After a few moments, you feel pretty convinced that this is not going to be noticed by anybody who's not walking inside and studying it in detail.
From the windows.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, a detective could probably come in and look at, figure out that there was blood here, but...
Yeah, my concern is not that, it's that someone looking in from the windows would...
Right.
Oh my god, there's been a murder out there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, didn't find anything in this here sitting room. Looks like over there was the kitchen, I'm guessing.
We can look in the kitchen. Oh, there's some delicious food in here.
Well, there's still the cheese and meat plate.
Well, what do
I
I
don't
think about
trust that.
that? Yeah, I don't trust that
I
exactly
don't
either.
trust that.
But you're gonna
Although-
trust the food that's in the kitchen.
Who knows?
Presumably, they would have tried to actually feed us if they poisoned it.
I wish they had come out with something that was clearly like not food people would eat, like whole radishes or something. They're like, this is what humans enjoy. Hooray.
Well, you step into the kitchen, and there's not a
It's
whole
plate
lot
of
here
slugs.
in the way of food. There's basically just some dried meats and looks like maybe a few bundles of some old spices in some jars, a bit of salt and that sort of thing, but it looks pretty empty. And there's one more
This-
door here to the north as
Yeah,
well as a door to
what
the
is
south.
this? Ooh, 2 doors.
The door to the north probably is the door to the backyard.
Nope, the door
You
to the
were
north is in
wrong.
fact a door to a bathroom. There's a large tub,
Ooh.
and a vanity mirror off to the side.
And it's just a normal bathroom. Nothing.
Yeah, the tub itself looks has like a ring of mildew. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
That's okay. I wouldn't use it either.
I'll open the south door.
I like the thought that you would use a normal bathtub, not that one.
Gunn opens the
just, I
south
wouldn't
door of the
use any
kitchen.
bathtub.
If it were dirty enough, Asher might use it.
Yeah, I'd be like, ooh, perfect.
There's gross water in there.
The south door of the kitchen
Yes.
opens up into the entry hallway, with its large red carpet and 2 ferns flanking either side of the door.
Phelan will be between 2 ferns.
And I'll do the same. I'll move on to the west door. It looks like maybe some kind of sunroom.
Yeah, Gunn makes his way into the southwestern part of the house, entering, what appears to be a sunroom or maybe a room for meditation or something. It's completely devoid of any furniture other than a large rug in the center of the room. The rug itself looks caked with dust, and you can see look like indentations of like maybe a table or something that had once been sitting here, but is currently gone.
I will kind of poke the rug with my foot before I stand on it. And then I'll kind of bang my foot and see if there's like any hollow sounding sort of
Okay. Yeah, you
sounds.
test it out, walk over, stomp on it a bit. No, it doesn't sound hollow to you. It sounds like the rest of the floor. It's just simple wood.
Okay. Okay, well this must be the door to the backyard then. So I'll step right over here and open the other door. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You open the northern door from the sunroom, and it does in fact lead to the exterior.
Yeah. Close it again, and then I'll come back inside.
There you go. And
Nothing over
up.
here.
Greshy's just been waiting by the stairs.
Hello, Greshy. Shall we go up?
Sure. See what's up there.
Maybe there's more non-doppelganger gangers.
Doppelgangers?
Double doppelganger.
They could look like any doppelganger.
Okay,
Ergolith.
so Greshy is going to start making his way up the stairs. As is Asher.
I like 2 second floor. It's labeled.
Yeah, so that I don't forget, because I may have messed
okay.
up some floors in the last dungeon.
Oops.
Greshy, you reach the top of the stairs, and there's just like a landing there. And you're just confronted with like a solid wall.
Really now?
Yeah, just
That
a
doesn't seem right.
solid wood wall.
Smash that wall.
I'm going to start knocking on to see if I can find for a hollow or some sort of opening.
What's your perception modifier?
Modifier is 14.
Okay, you start knocking at the wood, and you can tell the whole thing is hollow. This is definitely a false wall.
All right. Is Gunn? Oh, Gunn. Would you mind breaking this for me? Feeling a bit weak.
Sure, I'll just do the give it a Fezzik. Punch the wall.
Okay, athletics.
Oh.
14. Pretty low.
I think even a 14 is good enough to get through this wall. Yes, it is actually. It's
Like
exactly
cardboard.
enough. You just kind of do a light punch, and the board gives way and just kind of slams to the ground, revealing a hallway with 2 doors to your immediate left, aka the south, and some stairs leading up at the far end of the hall.
I'll go in front
All right.
and I'll keep my sword drawn. Although I've assumed that I don't have my shield for this encounter because I probably would not have brought it with me around town.
That's true. It doesn't match the rather casual outfit you started it up in.
Yeah, exactly.
Ido in the chat is opening bets on how many doors this place has.
We got
27.
2 to the north,
46.
1 to the south.
Oh, I should start doing this
And,
with every dungeon. I could do like an Amazon gift card or
I walk
something.
to the end of the. Oh, there's another.
The gift
Yeah, so-
card is worth as much as the
There's another
many
staircase
doors.
going up. at the
Yeah,
end
so
of the hall.
Gunn makes his way to the end of the hall and up a short set of stairs and rounds the corner and sees that the landing continues up to the 3rd floor.
Come back and say, well, how about the double door here first?
Smash into it.
Or just open it like normal people do.
Let's.
Greshy-
Well, my luck with doors is they're locked when I touch them.
Let me touch this first and we'll see.
All right, I watch you.
Okay, Greshy reaches out, twists the handle, and opens the door.
Of course it does. If it was me, it would have been locked.
Revealing what is a rather kind of dusty looking room. There's a long table and 2 chairs, as well as a old burned out candle on the table itself. Various bits and pieces of paper are all strewn about the room. And there are 2 large shelves on the southern wall. Each of which houses lots of random little knickknacks. Nothing, it seems, of value, just various... They look like souvenirs. The kind of small stuff you'd get when just like visiting a random city or town for like a couple pieces of copper.
Wait, I got a question. Since you 2 guys know so much about these faceless stalkers, do they have the ability to steal memories from people?
Let's think about it.
You both think about it for a moment, and no, that's not a thing that they can do. Doppelgangers can, or doppelgangers have the ability to like read surface thoughts, but faceless stalkers don't.
Because they knew an awful lot about us.
Well,
No, at least until the end of the boar hunt.
Which leaves two options. Either Aldern had been working with them since that time, which is possible, but we kind of thought that he actually started later. Or
sorry. I'd have just said maybe you just have regular stalkers with faces.
or they could have been coached. Sorry, that was the first thing. They could have been coached to know who we are. Like with Aldern specifically telling them, okay, if these guys show up, here's where we met. But they had a lot of details right that wouldn't have necessarily been mentioned, like Phelan's name and the fact that he didn't actually give us the key at that time. He did give us the key later. That's how I figure it's not a lie.
Do you think that Aldern wanted to turn into a ghast on his own?
No.
I wouldn't have thought that of him.
No, that they betrayed him, but he was working with them up until that point. For
So
his letter.
then they were probably coached, just in case we showed up.
He gave them
Do
a
they
lot
have
of.
good memories?
They must have really good memories to get all of the details right. The other possibility is that we were actually hunting with them the whole time.
Can you give them false memories?
I don't think so, because they were going after Asher, and real Aldern had a thing for Asher, or the one we
That's
hunted
true.
with, whoever that was.
Real Aldern developed his thing for Asher during the boar hunt. You are right.
So
My great strength.
So it probably was not. It probably was real Aldern on the boar hunt, and just good coaching where they got all the details about us right, which means they expected us to come.
but he got his dog's name wrong again.
Yes.
It was still Annabelle.
He never knew her name, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who even knows if her real name was Annabelle? I might have started someone different name. And that's the one we heard at the time.
But my point is this. They expected us specifically to come by here.
Did they?
I expected somebody.
Because they seemed confused that we were there.
But
Well, they were acting.
Yeah. Aldern in the boar hunt did give us an invitation to come visit him in Magnamar.
Mhm.
And we did get the key to the house from him. But they knew that those two things did not happen exactly as stated.
You should work in your line there, Gunn.
I had a few moments there that were good. That's not.
Yeah, just saying. Be a better liar. Like me.
Alright, what are you guys doing? Greshy has made his way down the northern hall, of which there are 2 doors.
Oh, yes.
One to the east, one to the west.
Said that these shelves only have knickknacks on them, not books.
have knickknacks,
Yes, there are no books present in that room.
And there's nothing on the table.
Just a burned out candle.
Okay.
At the northern end of this floor, Greshy and Asher open their 2 doors simultaneously, revealing 2 bedrooms. They look simple, maybe Spartan even. There's not much in the way of decor. Just simple beds with simple bedding, a small table.
Now that I think about it for more than a half a second, I'm not sure who they were trying to fool with that false wall. They're going to think that the manor house has no bedrooms. They'd have been better off putting it between the second and third floor.
That's a fair point. I'm not sure what the deal is either. Maybe they weren't expecting people to go upstairs at all. In most houses, you don't usually invite strangers up to your bedroom. Now, do you?
These are like guest rooms, kind of. Is that how they read?
Yeah, I think that's a fair read.
Yeah. And there's nothing like under the bed, under the table.
No, Asher goes and checks under the bed. Give me a perception check.
Sure, you toss the beds. See if
Just
there's
throw
anything.
the bed.
See if there's anything in the mattress or under it. in
Ooh,
the
a
pillow
natural
or under it.
20 for 32.
32.
In a room where
Okay.
there's nothing.
As you go through the room searching for something, you realize that it looks like this room's already been turned over by somebody. Like somebody else already has been through and has turned over the bed sheets and like kind of put them back lazily. Has flipped over the pillow. You look on the ground and notice that there's spots where the dust looks like it's been wiped away, like somebody has brushed over the wood.
Huh. I'm gonna go back out to Gunn and Greshy and say, I think someone's already been through this house looking for something. There's traces of it in there.
Not sure we're gonna find anything then, if it's already been searched over pretty well.
We can try, but I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
There's another hallway down
The
here.
same? If I specifically look for that, do I feel the same about this room?
Yes. Yeah, if you're looking specifically for signs of someone else having moved things around or turned things over, it looks like the other bedroom has also been searched.
Okay.
As we go?
Yeah, would you like me to go in front again?
You know, that'd probably be best.
Considering?
Punch more walls.
And we go up the stairs.
If there's any traps, rather face it than Greshy, he's still wounded.
Well, I can disable them possibly. Depending on what kind of trap it is.
Okay, you guys all make your way up to the third floor. And as you round the stairs, you're greeted once again with what appears to be a false wall.
Just
This is
punch the wall.
silly. Just,
I'll-
yeah. Use your fists.
I'll punch it.
Okay,
Punch the keys, for
athletics.
God's sake.
Athletics. Another 4 for 16.
Okay, again, that is enough. The wall gives way and just slams down onto the ground, kicking up a lot of dust. You find yourselves in what appears to be a sitting room. There's one large sofa and two smaller chairs to either side of it. A large fireplace with a mantle that on either end has a roaring lion's head built in bronze, and two windows on either side of the room, both of them boarded up. Greshy, you can tell that the brown chair on the eastern side of the room is the same chair that was depicted in the painting that you have.
Ah. Well, so this was where it came from. All right.
I would like to try to recall from when we approached the house how many stories it actually has.
3.
The outside. 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Possibly like a nook attic. Is it peak roof at all?
No, it was a flat roof.
Okay. All right, then
What
shall we
time?
shall we open up the last of these? Well, excuse me. The double doors here.
Let's throw them open. Or if they're locked.
Okay, you approach. So there's doors to the north side of this room, double doors to the extreme north, and to the
The
east
left
of
one
that
is
there's
locked,
another
but the
small
right one
door.
opens just fine.
Oh my
No.
god. Oh,
The doors open, revealing a rather nice-looking master bedroom with an exotic animal's fur carpet splayed out along the floor. A simple, nice writing desk, a soft velvet chair, and a large queen-size bed on one side of the room.
Has this one also been searched already? Similar to the-
Perception.
I also percept.
Yeah, you can both percept. If you guys want to both go in the room and look around.
24?
A 29.
Okay, it's a little harder for Gunn to pick up on these things, but Asher, you're able to find a couple of signs of things of being moved or turned over. You spot some like indentations in the floor where the bed has like shifted slightly. Someone's definitely been through here as well.
Ooh.
And if you look at the writing desk in the room, it's pretty clear that there must have been documents on it, and inside the drawers, but they've been cleaned out.
There's nothing in the desk?
Nope.
In any drawers? Are there any compartments in the desk? Like secret compartments are there any drawers that are too shallow or?
No, the drawers look like the correct length of drawer. Everything checks out.
Have they turned over this room as well? This sitting room?
Perception?
Perception? That's a natural one for a total of 15.
You look around the room. There's not much here to be turned over. There's just these chairs and the weird line-headed mantle over the fireplace. There's two small ferns on either side of the room. Maybe they've been moved. You're not sure.
All right. Well, don't know why they turned this place over anyway. Not sure what they'd find. There's a door in the other room, and there's a door down here. Actually, it looks like there's 3 doors.
I'm thinking about this. Is there, okay, other than the documents, are there any signs that there was something specifically around here that's not anymore? Like any furniture or books from the shelves or things like that has, like, I don't know, there might have been a statue on the desk or table or something like that. It's no longer present. Paintings on the walls.
There is a spot where a painting should have hung on the north side of the master bedroom here. Aside from that, no, not in particular.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, did they find what they came for? If they didn't, it's possible it was just too well hidden. There's something here that avoided scrutiny. And if that's the case, we may have to like really turn the place upside down to find it. Or I don't know.
Wars?
There are still several rooms to check.
Yeah. Shall we 3 minute?
Yeah. Oh.
Of the 3 doors, both Asher and Gunn moved at the same time to approach the north door, bumped into each other, and then decide to split.
After you. No, after you.
Alright.
Gunn takes the north door, opening it to reveal another bathroom.
Ooh.
Greshy and Asher open their doors to reveal that they lead into the same room.
Oh, hello, Greg.
Oh, hello, Asher.
A small rectangular room with a single green leather chair and a bookcase. Looks like there should have been a lot of books here on either bookcase, but they're all missing. There's a couple of empty scroll cases as well on the floor.
They've truly turned the place over. I'm not sure we're going to find anything here.
Try tearing open the mattresses, the chairs, and things like that. But
Is this thing down here is a fireplace, right?
Yeah,
mantle, you said?
it's a fireplace, and the mantle above it has like 2 bronze lion heads on either end.
Can I want to investigate the fireplace because so far I've been 2 for 2 with fireplaces.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Is that including the rats as well?
Yeah, that does include the rats.
That's
2 for 2. Ooh, an 18.
There was definitely something secret in that fireplace. That's true.
Okay. You investigate the mantle. And you look into the mouth of one of these lions. It's like kind of roaring at you. Looks pretty normal. You walk over to the other side, running your hand along the top, wiping the dust off, and make your way to the other side. And inside the western lion's head, there is a small slot inside the mouth.
Didn't we have a lion key? Or am I making that
We
up?
do have
No,
a
we
lion
do
key.
have a line key. We
I
used the
heard
other key to get
lion.
in here, so
That shit from the
bag of holding.
bag of holding.
Let me fish that out, and I'll toss it over at Asher.
Or from your purse or wherever you want to keep it.
Small keys go in the bag of holding. I don't care.
Asher
Figure
has
out.
his moments where his brain works.
Works quite well. Well, give it a
That
try,
was-
Asher. See if
that
it
was very-
opens.
That was a very nice call.
Let's
Okay,
try it.
Greshy tosses the lion's key to Asher, who inserts it into the lion's mouth, twists, and you feel the locking mechanism unlock as the whole top sort of metal piece of the mantle opens, and it's actually like a kind of small chest or cache.
Ooh.
They did not find what they were looking for here, so the brothers were probably looking for this.
What is this?
That key, did that key come from Aldern, or did that come from elsewhere in the
It came with
Misgivings?
the opal key, didn't it?
We got both of them around the same time. So, just a pair of keys for the house.
Yeah, both keys were found in basically in Aldern's possession
with the
with all
real
his other
Aldern.
stuff.
Okay.
If you open up the cache,
Yes.
you see a few bags of coins. They look quite full. You also find a few documents. In particular, something that looks like a rolled up deed. Inside of a scroll case. Underneath that scroll case is what appears to be like a thin ledger. What would you like to look at?
The letter.
Sorry. There's a ledger.
Ledger?
Oh,
Yeah, a ledger.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
a
the
ledger
ledger?
and a deed. If you look at the ledger,
Indeed.
most of the entries in the ledger are pretty mundane. It's just various payments to different places. That looks pretty innocuous. But you can see that there's nearly a dozen entries from the last 3 months, labeled as Aisha's trip to Corvosa. Each one seems to indicate that Foxglove was paying someone referred to as B7 about 200 gold a week for her trip. And the deposit was dropped off every oath day at midnight at a place called the Seven Sawmill.
That's not ominous
That's weird.
in terms of names.
Her vacation.
I
Don't
normally
you
take
vacation?
What are you talking about? I pay for vacations to shady operatives who are known only by a number.
B7, the 7
all the time.
sawmill.
All right. Well, that's a bit of a lead. What's the deed?
Okay, you reach for the scroll case and pull out the deed. I will hand this to you, and if you would like to read it, please read it.
Oh, look at this. It's a whole thing. Know all men and women present and future that we, the members of the Brothers of the Seven, upon this day, the 6th Abadius, in the year of 4624, Absalom Reckoning, hereby concede and by this deed confirm upon Vorel Foxglove provisional ownership of the holding known to be here and henceforth as Foxglove Manor, located north of Magnamar, on the Lost Coast Road, due west of Bleaklow Moor, upon the promontory, for so long as he, Vorel Foxglove, shall live, or so long as his direct descendant shall live, to a period not to exceed 100 years. Construction of Foxglove Manor having been financed partially on the holdings and coin of Vorel Foxglove to the amount of 6 and 60%, and partially upon the coffers of the Brothers of the Seven to the amount of the remainder, 4 and 30%, backed by collateral in the form of the Seven Sawmill, located self upon Kyver's Islet of Magnamar, shall ensure only the physical and initial construction of the aforementioned manor, with any subsequent repair and maintenance to be the sole responsibility of Vorel Foxglove or his descendants for the aforementioned period of 100 years. Upon the passing of this time, on the date of 6th Abadius of 4724, Absalom Reckoning, ownership of Foxglove Manor to include all lands within a mile around and below, immediately and forevermore reverts to the Brothers of the Seven, with the employment of the manor, its grounds, and all improvements placed upon it by any prior inhabitants to be subject to the Brotherhood's discretion. And so that our gift, concession, warranty, acquittance, and defense have the best perpetual strength and security, we have affixed Magnamar's seal to the present charter, which shall serve in lieu of signatures the names of the Brotherhood to remain apart from this or any other document. Quite interesting, that. Well, now we know about where the Seven Sawmill is.
And
This island.
of those 100 years, it looks like 83 have elapsed. So in 17 more years, the Brotherhood would reclaim the house according to the deal that they made. Even though they only paid 35%, 34% of it.
It's a strange deal to make.
Yes, it is. We would pay 2/3 and then accept only the short-term use of such a huge tract of land.
Do I know about Kyver's Islet's location?
Yes, you know exactly where that is. It is within the city limits of Magnamar. It's if I had to give you a description.
Is it an actual island? I'll ask.
Yes, it is an island. I can move you guys to Magnamar itself. So you guys are somewhere up here. The island is down here.
Oh, it's that thing.
So it's somewhere on this island to the far south in Magnamar.
Okay, that's near, what's it called? Aurelia?
Ordelia, yes. Ordelia is this southern portion of Magnamar that's on the other side of the Yonda Bakari River, which is this
kind
thing
of the
here.
Foreigners District.
Yeah, so it's in between the Foreigners District and like Keystone and Beacon's Point.
Well, interesting.
There's one bridge in and one, or there's two bridges, one in and one out.
Whoever's saying that we can't steal the house because there's a deed has forgotten that we have the deed.
Well, but it's already
Not that it does
affirms that
anything.
unless we're going to go join the Brothers of the Seven, and I'd rather not. They're great bastards, they are.
But if the deed is in our possession, then it...
I imagine this is not the only copy.
They certainly have a copy. Of
You're in the
deed.
city of Abadar. There's going to be copies several
Fair enough.
places. The brothers will have them. They'll have it in a church someplace. The government has it.
Let's take them to court. We will defeat the Brothers of the Seven in court.
Is this
A legal custody battle in house.
but more to
Objection!
on a more in character view? Does this mean that the Brotherhood is considered a legitimate entity?
Yes.
Organization?
Yes.
They're not some secret cult.
Well, maybe.
They're a very out in public cult.
They own
Greshy's
property.
understanding of it, given his knowledge of Magnamar, is that they're kind of like a secret gentleman's club sort of thing. Like, you hear about them from time to time, but it's all like high-ranking politicians and
Oh my.
like weird
Freemasons.
eccentrics. Yeah, it's kind of a Freemason sort of thing. Like,
Oh.
people know of them, but nobody really knows what they do exactly.
And you don't necessarily know who's a member because everyone, whether they are
They,
or not,
they try
will
to
kind
keep
of
themselves pretty
cagily-
secretive.
Yeah, everyone, whether they are or not, will be pretty cagey about it.
Absolutely. You want to pretend like you belong, but you don't want to say it because then somebody who actually belongs will come by and tell you what off, and or kill you.
Mm-hmm. But
So.
they wouldn't, because they wouldn't want to say that they wouldn't want it to be known for sure that they belonged either.
It'd be more like you just suddenly die if you were trying to make claims that you couldn't quite back up.
Oh, maybe.
And to be fair, I get the impression that they're not doing all of their own dirty work anyway. I've had run-ins with them before.
It does seem that way. I mean, unless whatever God created those two creatures earlier is an active member.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about them.
Sits on their board of directors.
Is there a deed to this place in all these papers?
Let me see. I don't think so.
Because I know Asher would just love to live here, right in the dead smack of town.
I mean, there's plants in here.
There are. They seem to be alive enough.
We'll just have to grow more plants.
Just take over the house with, like,
there's
trees
no
and such.
deed to the townhouse.
All right. Well.
Found some money. That was the other thing that was in there.
Oh, aye. How much money did we end up pulling out?
Oh yes, money.
Money, 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 money.
For friends.
Money.
It is quite a lot.
Asher, I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to give you a bath and you're going to enjoy it.
Nope. That sounds like you're trying to drown me, and I don't like that. Friends don't drown friends.
I wouldn't be drowning you, but you're going to get wet, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Asher smells horrible.
Yes.
It's like dirt and mud, and he's been sleeping
Just
in
BO.
sticks.
It's BO.
He's not, but he's okay with it.
I'm glad he's comfortable with it.
No
The
one's
rest of
ever
us are
told
not.
him he's gross. How will he know?
Even Greshy tries to get to bath every so often.
Poor Greshy's at like the level for it. So
Yeah.
he's like, oh my god.
He's like, I'm just smelling your pits the whole time,
And Asher's
and
like,
other
"What?"
things.
Okay,
What's the
so
matter?
who's counting it?
Gunn?
I'll count it while these two are bantering.
Are you?
This bantering. Okay.
Off my showering habit.
Gunn takes the bag and makes his way over to the couch and kind of lays out the, or maybe makes his way over to the mantle and lays the gold or the money out. Every single piece in that bag is a piece of platinum, and as you lay them out to count them, you count out 125 pieces of platinum.
That's good, right?
Oh, that's what.
That's
Yeah, that's-
12,500 or 12.
No,
Excuse me,
1250.
1250 gold. It's not bad. It's a good split right there.
Yeah, it is.
We don't make it rain with platinum, we make it hail. It's much more painful. But you remember it for the rest of your life.
Well, that seems like what they were searching for. This looks like the family, at least the liquid portion of the family fortune.
You know, actually it does occur to me, what if this was the only copy of the deed?
It's possible that this house just lost its owners.
It's also possible that they wanted this copy out because it was the only one they didn't control, and it gives a pretty clear lead as to possible location they might be operating out of.
That feels incidental.
It's possible. It's a loose end. They don't seem fond of those. I wouldn't be.
Couldn't they have just burned the house down though?
They could have also just
Possible.
killed off Aldern instead of sending him on miscellaneous rampages that don't seem related to their goals. I mean, he drew attention.
He did.
They didn't seem concerned with him drawing attention. Perhaps they thought no one could beat him, but
Or that he was a quite effective distraction for something. Not sure what. Well, either way,
I rather think that, as you said, it's probably the only one they didn't control, and they might want to claim the house back sooner than the 100 years. For some reason. Trying to move some plans up.
well, I don't think there's anything else left to find. We should make our way out of here. Get back to... We can head back to the inn, or we could make our way straight to the sawmill.
You need more rest.
I could use a bit. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
So probably not right to the
and it
sawmill.
also could be beneficial for us to get a little more information before we walk in there, if it's their headquarters.
True. See what we can
Over
find
time.
out about these. Right pricks. Shouldn't have to
Okay.
deal with them again.
So you guys leave the townhouse.
No, wait.
What?
There's something I want to do. I have one more. It's not anything cool. I'll warn you now.
Okay,
But
you're still in the
I
townhouse.
want to go into the room with the exotic skin, and I want to try. How big is it?
It's big. It's a massive rug, like the size of a queen size bed, like or
You
it's
want
bigger
to
than a queen
hand
size bag.
hauling it out of here? Was that what you wanted?
No. I want to take my little poncho. I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna try and cut out the same size as my poncho from the rug.
Ah, sure. We can do that someplace else that's not here. Let's just take it with us.
I don't want the whole rug.
And
You may need extra. Have you any idea what you're doing?
I want to
Asher's
be
already
able to
sitting
walk-
down and has got his hunting knife out and is like carving it out.
Greshy's gonna go and take some extra pieces, just in case we need to stitch a little bit more together.
Okay,
Because that's not how ponchos work.
I'm making my own poncho. We cut a hole in it and drape it.
We could put
Great.
some hood. We could put a hood on it. Put a hood on your
That's a good
poncho.
idea. A little
Keep your head
hood.
out of the rain so you don't have to get wet.
I like it.
Okay, so I guess give me a crafting check.
Can I assist?
Yes,
I'd be happy to assist.
I'll
Ooh,
take
a natural
whoever's.
20.
I got a 27 to assist, natural 20 for a 29 total for Asher. I got fucking nothing.
Okay.
Excuse me.
that's
Beautiful.
31.
I think we call that skin unlocked. Asher has unlocked his zebra skin. It's a legendary skin. It's pretty nice. I guess I didn't say for the audio listeners, but the rug on the ground in the art is a zebra skin. So Asher and
We're gonna have to
Greshy
get some art
maybe take
updated.
about like 20 minutes or so cutting up this elaborate zebra rug and make
that
a
time
new poncho
meditating.
for Asher. Sure.
Yay.
Yeah, you get a
Pondering.
point of
What I'm seeing. Is this real?
Can we add a hood?
Yeah, you can add a hood.
The hood is
Sure, with
added.
the natural 20 and the and the 27 to
assist.
assist.
Make like a onesie out of it.
All right, yeah.
No, it's just a hooded poncho.
Now
all
you
right,
can
Asher
pull
with
it
his
into
hooded
wildlife.
couture poncho.
If we ever find a herd of zebras,
Upgraded from cow print to zebra print. Quite
Are you
nice.
wearing the
very
cow print out
small.
or the zebra print out?
I'll wear the zebra print out.
Okay, you remove your trusted old cowhide poncho, roll it up, and stuff it in your bag, and replace
Are
it
the
with
are the sheets on the
hooded
bed
zebra.
any nice at all?
your goddamn sheets. Yes, they're nice sheets.
Are they like silk?
Yes, they are silk.
We're gonna steal those two.
Okay, are you taking the comforter as well, or just the
No,
sheets?
just the sheets.
Just the sheets. Okay, you throw the comforter to the ground, or the duvet, and just grab the sheets and stuff them into the bag of holding, I guess.
fuck it, I'll grab a fern or something.
Well, these are for you, Gunn. I'm gonna fix up your bedroll at some point.
Actually, I'll not do that. I'm
Just give me the plants.
just like.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to loot from this house?
I'm not looting. I'm upcycling.
I
things.
have
Sure,
my
that's
whisk.
true.
I'm good.
All right, with a new whisk, some bed sheets, and a nice new poncho, our heroes head out into the Magnamar evening.
And we're so rich, we just like lock arms out of the house, like do a badass walk.
Loot. Loot is what you make of it.
I do lock the door behind me as we leave.
Okay, yeah, you lock the door behind you.
This group has mastered the art of getting
Murder
more
hoboing.
loot than the designers intended.
All right.
And then I guess we're heading back to the inn. Hooray!
Okay, you guys make your way on back to the inn, which
Let's
I believe.
go the long way.
The long
That's
way?
okay. Yeah, just literally, let's just go the long way. Let's like not take a direct beeline
Oh, I see. Just kind of meander through.
from the murder site. To
It was
where
not
we're
a murder.
sleeping.
It was self-defense.
Sure.
She had a knife.
No, I mean
bread
I agree
knife.
with you. I'm just saying that optically, that won't be considered the case until we prove it. And I don't want to spend time proving it.
Okay, well, you guys leave the Foxglove Townhouse, which I forgot to mark on the map, because I am a fool. Let's see, Foxglove Townhouse is right here. That purple dot. You leave the Foxglove Townhouse, and taking Gunn's suggestion, presumably, you guys take a long, meandering walk through the northern part of the city, circling around a bit, weaving and bobbing, until you eventually make your way down to the Irespan, down to the dockway, and over to the inn that you were staying at. I'll mark it better later, but
Or
It's
the
fine.
police are waiting for you. Just kidding.
They'll never catch me in my zebra skin.
They've done that to me before. Let's hope that's not actually going to be the case.
I'll jump into the water with it. Actually, I won't do that.
okay, you
What
make
are
it
you
back to the inn.
drinking?
Hmm?
What is that? You keep drinking.
What are you talking about?
I saw you do it. And now he's doing it. Everyone's drinking stuff. I have to drink something.
All right, now that we've all had our drinks,
Just
yeah, you
saunter.
guys return to the inn. Nothing seems amiss. You make your way up to your rooms, I guess, or one of your rooms. I'm not sure what exactly you guys are doing. What are you doing? It's around. We'll say it's around like 4 o'clock by now. 4 p.m.
I do need to borrow Gunn's bedroll at some point.
Do you
I do.
borrow?
Gonna- Just gonna borrow it. I'll give it back. It'll be nicer.
Aha.
So what do you
That's
think I
okay
got the
then.
bed sheets for?
I'm good, thanks.
I'm trying to make you sleep better. Is that a bad thing?
I sleep just fine. Thank
You could sleep better. Nice silken innards. Real comfortable.
No need.
Well, all right. So, Asher, can I borrow your bedroll then?
Okay.
Such a fight.
I
Just want
don't
him
care. I'd sleep on a
fixing
bed
it
of
up.
sticks, but I'll
Well.
accept the gift.
I will fix up Asher's bedroll with some nice silk sheets.
They're gonna be stinky silk sheets.
I mean, that's why I was going to give it to Gunn, but Gunn has got to be all like, oh no, we don't need fancy bedding.
Asher
Okay.
doesn't deserve
Fancy
it, but he'll get it.
You take a little bit of time, yeah, and upgrade Asher's bedroll to fancy Aldern's silk sheets bedroll.
Altered sheets.
Are they like monogrammed?
I guess I've been
yes.
sleeping in his bed after all.
There's a lot of around the
great.
trim. Around the trim, they're monogrammed with
AF.
a.
It's perfect.
Well, it's like it's AF. It's AF heart IF.
Oh, what? Coincidentally, they have.
So now we just have to find Asher somebody who's
Oh.
got the right initials to match, and then it'll be fine. It'll be great.
Oh, that is fun. Oh, sorry, I just got it.
That's what I'm saying. AF, they're already
Asher
monogrammed just for
forward.
Asher. They're perfect.
Greshy, you thought of me.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Well, I tell you what. If we find and kill someone whose name is GS, then I will let you upgrade my bedroll.
I could have just monogrammed them for you too. I can get you some nice sheets. I'll go out later tonight and see if I can find a good house.
No.
Oh my god. Greshy. Ooh, we got to pay our taxes.
I wouldn't be
but I'll
taken
go
from
and
anybody who's gonna
steal.
mind it. They'll be confused, but they can afford to go out and buy new sheets, and they'll want it
Taxes
anyway.
are taking from the poor to give breaks to the rich, Greshy. And then you steal back their sheets.
Only sometimes.
We have some talking to do.
Taxes don't just take from the poor; they take from everyone. Everyone pays their taxes.
How about we do some?
Oh, the inn I forgot the name of.
Oh, I have it written down.
Don't tell anybody.
The
Oh,
Rusty Witch.
The salty
The
sea
Salty
witch. Thank you.
The Rusty Witch, I was called.
Well, the rusty dragon is the one in
Oh,
Sandpoint
okay.
that you guys
Yeah.
have.
Not everything is rusty.
Sorry, for audio listeners, I was trying to mark the map.
Label
Trying to
them out.
casually remember and wasn't quite coming up. That's fine.
We could do some discreet information gathering. If Greshy knows some discreet information brokers.
I haven't lived in the city for quite some time. A lot of people I know are not around. We can ask the barkeep. I do remember him vaguely, but
Yeah, I mean, with a couple hours and a diplomacy check, you could go ask around.
we can absolutely do that. See if I
Could
can
we
find
make
somebody.
a Magnamar lore check to find the right person to ask that we think won't get
sure.
back to us?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, I would allow that. If you want to make a Magmar
Alright.
lore check first.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be my attempt to aid. So it's only a 17 though.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll the diplomacy.
Okay. Oh, gotta go further down. There we go. A 26 on diplomacy.
Okay. Well, Greshy's contacts don't prove to be a whole lot of help. As he said, he doesn't. A lot of the people he used to know don't really operate here much anymore, or he's not really in good terms with. But you do ask around a bit. What are you asking about specifically? Or like what category of stuff are you asking about?
Probably the first question is, tell us about the what's this other establishment called that we just learned about?
Oh, the sawmill?
The sawmill, yeah, the
Seven
seven sawmill. Everyone must know that's where the Brothers of the Seven meet. It's right there in the name, right?
Yeah, so you find a one of these information brokers who has it's a small tea shop in one of the lower districts. It's just a simple room with like one old lady behind the counter.
Hold on a second. Should we use the mask to disguise? I can change.
It's too late for that.
Oh damn! I was gonna say I could turn my clothes to anything. I could go in as a nobleman.
You could even pretend you were Asher.
Oh my god, no one should pretend they're Asher ever again.
Yeah, cool idea, but it's already been rolled. So you find an information broker in the neighborhood who who people by all accounts say is pretty reliable. And you go to ask her, and it's this old woman who everybody just refers to as Mama. And she runs a small tea shop by herself.
That sounds dangerous.
When you enter, it's pretty dark. It's just her sitting here with a tea kettle. You want information then? She says, sliding a silver coffer forward.
Yeah, I'll put a silver in there. Say, I'm interested in the Brotherhood of the Seven. I've heard quite a lot about them. They're very well known in these parts, correct? Secret society.
She looks at the silver and then slowly looks up at you. This will pay for a pot of tea, but the information you ask for is very dangerous. I can't tell you much.
So I'll put a gold in and say, is it this dangerous?
She hesitates. She reaches for it and kind of hesitates a bit. I can try to tell you what you want to know, but even I don't know everything about them.
I'll say, Madam, it's equally dangerous to both of us, I think. I'm just as concerned about, I'll level with you, I'm just as concerned about who you might tell is inquiring as you are about giving up the information.
I'm an information broker, dearie. I don't reveal my sources. And she gets up slowly. I'll put on a tea kettle. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Well, I said, or your clients?
No, not my clients either. I wouldn't be much of a reliable information broker if people came to me for information and then ended up dead. Word travels fast at Magnamar.
I nod agreement, and I'll follow her to the. It seems like she's indicating I should follow her.
Yeah, she motions for all of you to follow.
Okay.
She leads you into a back space and pours out some tea into small ceramic mugs for each of you.
I didn't actually know if everyone was there or not.
Oh, it's up to you guys. Is everybody there, or?
I was just letting him do all the negotiating. I don't know.
But is that a yes?
I'm there.
I'll be there.
Okay,
I'll
everybody
support
followed
my
you.
Friends there.
I mean, if you want to tell them to not go in with you, that's fine. But it's just up to you guys. I assumed that you were all standing there.
I mean, yep, it's fine. Just we're a little bit more identifiable if we're traveling as a group, but yeah, I think it's fine to have everybody there.
If word hasn't gotten out about us already, we're gonna be known pretty quick. Not worried about it.
Okay, so she pours the tea and sits down on a pillow in front of you all. What would you like to know? Ask away.
How does one join this society?
One does not join the brothers. One is born into it.
That does seem to be the case.
initially, the seven were seven great merchant lines that found their way here to Magnemar. The heads of each of those 7 households became the leaders of the group. Not much is known about exactly what which families are part of it, but she shrugs. For the most part, to get involved, you have to be sought out by the group or born into one of those families, is what I hear.
Do you know what the families are? Which families?
That information is too dangerous for you. It's too
The
dangerous
Iron
for me,
Bars?
frankly. She gives you she gives you the stink eye. She's not going to respond.
I'll continue. The foxgloves.
She just stares.
Don't think we're gonna suss it out from this.
Well, perhaps not. But who owns the Sevens sawmill? Nominally.
The 7 Sawmill. That old place. I believe it's one of their collective ventures. They own several businesses across the city, but they always make sure to use the official seal of Magnemar instead of putting their own names on any documents. It's how they avoid people picking them out.
Yes. Who operates it?
By day, she thinks. Let me see if she knows that. Think. I'm not actually sure.
Is it? It's a pub and inn, yes.
The Sawmill?
Isn't that
Sorry, what?
just the name of it? The Seven Sawmill, wasn't that the name of a? Wasn't that just the name? It's an
the
actual
name.
sawmill?
Yes, it's the name of a sawmill.
She just kind of looks at Gunn. All right.
I had the wrong impression. I thought it was just a fancy name for an establishment.
No, it is the name of a sawmill. It's one of, like I said, it's one of their holdings within the city. I hear they sometimes meet up there for gods know what.
Have they been involved in any particular dealings of late?
Well, of late, there have been those murders, but you probably wouldn't know much about them. They've been covered up recently.
What sorts of people were being murdered?
Over the past few months, there's been a spate of people going missing and turning up dead in their homes, in the streets. All with jaws missing, skin flayed from their flesh, strange symbol carved in their chests. But no one ever...
That sounds like them.
Oh. They've come for Adam.
Adam's lights just went out.
Off.
That's pretty great. Oh, so you have heard about them.
They're not exclusive to Magnamar.
Well,
Even more I sweat.
whatever's causing them, the brothers seem to be involved. They use their connections to make sure that the town guard are always the first ones on the scene. It sounds like all of the
Town guard
upper
are in their
management.
pockets?
Yes, probably. Much of the town or the city management seems to think that it's best to not worry the townsfolk, and have been trying to keep the murders a secret from everyone. It's only a matter of time before the word gets out, but
How many would you say there have been? 10, 50?
in the past few months, I would say 10, maybe more. It's hard to say. I only hear about the people who go missing, and
Right. You said something curious. They go missing, but then turn up in their own homes.
well, the official word is that they go missing. The town guard
Ah,
never says anything about what actually became of them.
Do you know what kind of people have been going missing? Anything in common with them, you think? Are they...
Mostly folk that no one really likes to associate with anyway. Moneylenders, loan sharks, landlords, that sort of thing. No
so
one
it's
ever is
greed
sad that
still.
they're gone.
Doing a favor for the town, then. It's not bad.
Yes, by the way, I'm purposely speculating in front of the lady. So it's greed still they're on. I want to see her reaction.
Greed?
I'm talking to Greshy, but I'm kind of like
Yeah.
watching her reaction.
She's like intrigued by what you just said, but
Hopefully it will ply her a little bit more. And well, after we leave, I'll say something else.
okay. Yeah. I suppose that they might have been greedy. Perhaps even they all deserved it. But I
Sure
didn't
sounds
know
like they do.
most of them personally.
They're let's see, when did the murders in Sandpoint happen? Like up until was that 2 weeks ago, would you say? 1 week ago?
Yes.
I think
With
it's
our-
more like 1 week ago, right?
Week and a half with our traveling and such.
Anything within the last week?
Yes, there was one just last night.
Oh, really?
They said the letter indicates they have almost collected enough. They might be finished with their harvesting and have very little time to lose. So, let's see. Anything else we should ask about or say in front of her? I want to see if we can catch her jumping after we leave.
Like literally jumping.
No, like
During
like
her
sending
Oh, I
messengers
see.
or anything like that.
Well, I'd like to know if she knows whenabouts they do their meetings. If you've heard about what time of day, how frequently, anything like that sort.
I hear there's it's mostly late at night. Many of them wear hoods to obscure their faces, so I
course they
don't
do.
know exactly who.
What day of the week
Who's
is Oath
involved?
Day?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Today is
Sunday?
currently Sunday. Yeah.
My money's on Aldern's money, which is on Oath Day. payments to B7 at the sawmill.
It's fair. It's fair. Well, thank you, Mama. Appreciate your assistance here.
She nods and sips her tea.
I'll place another gold coin in the coffer. Or on the table if she didn't bring it with her.
Your patronage is appreciated. She takes the coin.
And your silence is appreciated as well.
She smiles.
Have we seen anyone else the whole time we've been here?
Nope.
In any adjacent rooms or anything? Have we heard?
No, it's been pretty quiet.
Okay.
Okay. You guys make your way out of the building.
Yep.
And
Unless we
onto
put
the
it-
streets. It's been like a couple more hours. It's probably like 6 o'clock.
As we turn the corner, I'll say, Greshy, would you mind keeping an eye and see if anyone else comes out of that building
Sure.
moving with purpose?
We'll keep a sharp eye out, see if we see any shenanigans going on.
We can maybe find a food cart and bring him and buy meals and bring back something for you.
It's fine.
Okay. So Asher and Gunn go off to go find a food cart where you can get a decent sort of street food for a copper each per meal. While Greshy stays behind and watches the building with Phelan. Perception check, I guess?
Perception? It's a 23 total.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to roll for Phelan as well?
Sure. That would be good. That will be down here. You got the natural 20 for a total of 32.
Okay. You guys stay there for a good 30 minutes watching the building. Eventually, she does leave the building. She kind of just gingerly steps outside, turns, closes the door, locks it, flips the open sign to closed, and just kind of casually makes her way down the street.
All right, well, I could follow her, but
It's up to you. If someone came out of that building and hustled somewhere, then I would have said we definitely need to follow that person.
if we were in a different part of town, I might be more concerned, but I don't think she's going to be selling us out to the rich.
That's fair.
Okay.
Just making sure.
It was worth looking.
So
Waste of
she
time.
Got your dinner.
slowly waddles away off into the distance. Gunn and Asher return with some meals for Greshy. And I think that will be the session for tonight.
Excellent.
So, hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Found yourself some fakes. So
Next
when
time-
is Aldrin going to show up next time?
Next
What is
session.
the next Aldrin?
He keeps reappearing. I'm
I'll be
expecting to
like,
be.
is that my rug? No.
You can't just wear that.
I have a rug that looks like that in my house. Oh, do you?
Well, all right. The murder mysteries continue. So thank you again, everybody, for showing up. Thanks for playing. See you, next Tuesday, right? Everybody's here next Tuesday, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Yeah. So see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Third action
night.
out. Good night.